Coatings love to bond to Ecuador, and as you can see here, an epoxy we were testing to verify adhesion stuck to Ecuador well enough, and Ecuador stuck to the substrate well enough that it actually ripped the entire substrate out. So today, we're going to demonstrate how to make a quick repair using a 1 pound patch and repair kit. So the list of tools I'm going to use: broom. Sometimes you might need a wire brush too. My patch and repair kit, or scissors, a little scraper, that's optional. You can use a stir stick, you can even use your hand in a pinch, it's okay. Chip brush, you can do some tape around this, make it a nice clean repair. Obviously for this roof, because it's an R&D roof, that wouldn't be necessary, but I'd just like to demonstrate the technique anyhow. And optional, you can use some seam tape. First thing we'll do is start ourselves off with a nice clean area. Now this epoxy that ripped the hole in my roof is something that Ecuador bonds really well with too, so that does not have to be removed in order to make my good repair. That should be good enough. Now take our tape, and whatever repair you're making, if it's going to be seen and aesthetics are important, just give it a good square. Because this is Ecuador and tape loves to stick to Ecuador, I'm also going to do the pro tip of folding that flap over. That'll give me something to pull this off by. There we go. Now, got our square, we've got it clean. We're going to pre-mix our part A. Then, take our scraper, get all of the part A out of that top corner there as we move all of the product into the lower half of the bigger bag. Then we'll roll this up like a tube of toothpaste, and we will burst that seam there. Now with that seam mostly bursted, we want to continue rolling this up like a tube of toothpaste so that we can apply pressure across the rest of the seam. Otherwise, product will get stuck in those seams. Now we're going to mix this up real good. It's about 100 degrees on the roof today, so we're not going to have a ton of working time, but with a patch and repair kit, there's always enough working time. I mean, it's 1 pound of product. Now, take our scraper, scrape all that product out of the part B pouch, back into the part A pouch, where we will use that to incorporate any of the remaining part A that may have been stuck in the seams or anything that way. I want to make sure that everything is perfectly mixed. And I like to plop it. Give it a good plop. It'll stand up without spilling. There we go. Give it a good plop. Now, just cut right across there with my scissors. One tool I forgot to mention was a rag. You always want a rag when you're working with Ecuador. Now, on this one, we're going to work right out of the bag. Just dump a bunch of this out there. Make sure we fill in the repair area. Then go over the rest. Want to keep it thick. Remember, there is a minimum thickness with Ecuador, but we also want to make sure want to get nice even coverage as best we can. Keep it thick. Look for anywhere that you can see. If you can see the substrate through the Ecuador, it is too thin. So there we go. Now, We'll take our tape. Now, for this repair, the tape is absolutely not required. This one will be just fine as is. The reason I'm doing the tape is just for this video. And now some examples of where I might actually want to do tape are if this were on a bad seam or something that way. If I were expecting movement here, then I would put in tape. So use the scraper, make sure there's no air pockets, anything that way. Now, take some product, put it onto the overlap. And then we'll overlap. Want about at least an inch, depending on how much movement you're seeing, how wide the tape you're using, things like that. You can go a couple of inches too. It all really depends. On this one, I'm not expecting any movement. In fact, I'm just doing this to illustrate, so an inch is going to be just fine for that. So now I got this well incorporated, and we got a little extra product we can pull around, but we saved some in the patch and repair kit anyhow, so we will dump the rest of that out here. Squeeze every last drop out. Let's finish topping that tape. It'll move around on you a little bit. Sometimes you want to wear gloves so you can hold on to it. Again, this one being a very small repair, that's really only getting 3/4 for illustration purposes. It's all right. I've got plenty of coverage on there. It's well protected. There you have it. Quick and easy repair using Castagra's patch and repair kit. You can, at this point, leave your tape in, or if you got time, wait a little while, 10-15 minutes, let the product set up on you. So in this case, we're just going to go ahead and pull it because I didn't need sharp edges on this one. You still get pretty good ones, but it will drill through and out the edges just a tad. There you go. Good looking repair.